ready for their next drive. Things progressing to plan so far. Their defense has been solid, and they've got themselves a 7-0 lead after the touchdown the last time they had the ball.
And this is no time to even think about, hey, are we going to milk the clock? Hey, are we just going to do ball control? This is the NFL. 7-0 leads, they don't last very long unless you continue to push the envelope on offense.
At the 41-yard line.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. Back to the ground. This time it's Anderson. And he's got some space here. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. That one good for a first down pickup of 18 yards.
First down, Cincinnati.
Check.
Dalton sets up play action. He'll take a shot for the end zone. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down. Ball on the 42 as they come up 2nd and 10.
44. There you go.
Now Anderson. And he'll take it inside the 40 to the 39-yard line. It's a gain of about 3, but it's going to leave him with 3rd and still 7 yards to go.
Hands up, ladies. Nice. I'm coming after you. Mike 50. Hey, 2. And let's pin the mirrors back and go full.
Out of the gun, it's Dalton. He's going to go for it all. Oh, it's a touchdown if he holds on. Instead, it's 4th down.
Those throwing windows get a lot tighter near the end zone, don't they? And here's the thing. You already probably have 3 points in your hip pocket. You force a throw here and give up an interception, you come away with nothing.
Especially tough in the middle third of the field where he threw that one. These kickers now, it's like we take them for granted. Kicks like that used to be such a big deal, and now you just expect them to make it.
Yeah, you're exactly right, and we shouldn't take them for granted. But I have a theory about it. You want to hear it?
Yeah.
They are more athletic now than ever before. Talk about kickers. Trace their backgrounds, trace their histories. You'll find that they were big-time athletes all along, but their kicking was so prevalent that we made them specialists.
Well, and now those 50-plus yarders seem easy for some reason. Carr and the Raiders come up 1st and 10 at their own 27. To throw, it's Carr. The Bengal pressure gets him that time. Down he goes. Carl Lawson in there to get him, and on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on 2nd down. Now Carr. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Williams. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains.
A gain of 19 yards. And the Raider first down. 1st and 10 at the 38-yard line.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
93. Hey, I 7. 36. Live 36. I'm not ready. Hey, 734.
Now Carr. He'll rifle this one deep right side. It's caught inside the 25. And all the way in. Touchdown, Oakland. Darren Waller, his 5th touchdown now on the year. As they are an extra point away now from tying this football game. The kick is through the uprights to tie this game, but hang on a second, we do have a flag. All level now at 10 apiece as the kick's away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted, and we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that, and they better make sure they love him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. Play action here with Dalton. He'll let this go for the end zone. And that is incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. 2nd down.
I know I'm not giving enough credit to the defenders because that pass was incomplete. But come on, it was A.J. Green. I always expect him to come up with the ball.
Yeah, on those deep routes especially, even on incompletions, it's fun to watch him run those routes.
It certainly is, but he eats up ground and he usually goes up and gets it.
On 2nd down, it's Scott. It'll be a pickup of 5, and that leaves him with 5 more. 3rd and 5 now.
Frustrating for a defense, energizing for an offense. Finding a way to create that type of yardage in your running game, that'll make the guys carrying the ball very, very happy.
In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. Dalton here from the gun. He's got his man, Boyd. And he gets it down a yard or 2 shy of the 30 before he's out of bounds. A 5-yard pass on the heels of a 5-yard run. Good enough for the first. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. All tied up at 10. 2 minutes left in the first half. And we remind you, coming up at the half, we'll join who, Charles?
The coach.
The coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from games in progress, as well as scores from earlier today.
The coach.
Sorry, we get slap happy up here sometimes. It's a 6-yard pickup, but it gets him to 2nd and 4.
Let's talk a little football 101 here, because one of the keys to advancing the ball downfield, success on 1st down. Huge difference, as we know, between 2nd and 4 and 2nd and 8 and 9.
And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1. The offense on 3rd down tonight, they've hit 2 for 4 thus far. They're looking at 3rd in the nose of the football. They'll run it. Here's Anderson. And he's going to have a 1st down here as he gets this one to the 17-yard line.
And he continues to pile up the yardage. That puts him over $150 now. And this defense has really had its problems trying to keep him contained.
They'll run on 1st down. Scott. And they go the wrong way here. Knocked back to the 20. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down. That loss of 3, a rare stumble on a promising drive. Here's 2nd and 13. Under pressure, and he'll go down. Back at the 26-yard line. The big man, P.J. Hall, had the path to the QB there. Defense went 3-4. They got some push from the inside.
And this is something in a 3-4 you don't normally get, because the nose tackle who got the sack, he's usually responsible or ends up getting double-teamed and sometimes triple-teamed. How about him working his way back and putting the big guy on the ground?
His throw caught right around the 6. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. So another 3rd down conversion, and now they've got a 1st and goal. They'll run. Anderson. And he gets halfway there from the 6 to the 3 on a gain of 3. And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call. This will probably be the last play of the quarter.
Let's go, defense. Let's get out the field, defense. Mike, go, can. Come on, dude.
The final act of the first half. Dalton. And he's got it. So we have reached halftime here at a good one. 10-10 is our score. As we send you cross-country to Orlando, Jonathan Coachman is there and has our EA Sports halftime report. And ready to get the party started for the second half. It was an even first half, all tied on the scoreboard. This one fielded at the 5. Noy shifts past him. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. They have a chance to break our tie here as we get a look at the first drive of quarter 3.
And it's such a tone setter, isn't it? Because both sides trying to seize momentum to begin the half. What do they have dialed up that'll give them an advantage to move the ball downfield?
Let's find out what they have dialed up.
Yards on the pickup brings up 2nd and 2 at the 33-yard line.
Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33.
Strip the ball. Run, Raider 1. Watch 36. Hey, Echo. Watch us left.
Here's Carr to throw. This is caught by Antonio Brown. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A gain there of 21 yards. First 9 seasons in the league for Brown were, of course, in Pittsburgh. Last year, though, growing concerns of his dissatisfaction in his role with the Steelers and the quibbles with Ben Roethlisberger. So he ends up being traded to the Raiders in March. 7-time Pro Bowler, 6 straight years of at least 1,200 yards and 8 touchdowns. Not a bad stretch. What a talent for Derek Carr to have on his side. Into the red zone, it's Carr. Trying for Brown, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Darqueze Dennard. And they will be set up now as he brings this thing all the way back inside the 20. He's had it again, Charles. He had the pick 6 last week. Not a pick 6 here, but an interception.
It's another Oski, because that's the word we use when we intercept a pass. Oski tells your team to rally around and block for you. Well, that worked really well last week because he made it all the way to the end zone. This week he got the Oski, maybe not a touchdown, but boy, he's playing really well.
First down. Here's the run with Anderson. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
A loss of a yard brings up 2nd and 11 at the Raiders' 18-yard line.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11.
He's huge off quarter.
So Dalton now. Throw left side, complete to Ross. And they'll get 9 there as that sets them up better for 3rd down. A field goal would get them the lead, but that's not what they're shooting for as they come up on 3rd down. They'll run with Scott. And he won't have the touchdown, but he will have the first down as he's tackled at the 2. It's a gain of 6 as they're able to convert, and now it's 1st and goal. They'll run for it with Anderson. And he is in. Touchdown, Bengals. Rodney Anderson, his second touchdown of the game, his third on the year, as his guys are able to regain the lead. Parkey adds the extra point, and that makes it a 17-10 score. Now after the score, it's Parkey on to kick it away. This is taken at the 3. And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20, call it the 21-yard line.
The Raiders take over 1st and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
The Oakland offense about ready to start this next drive. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. Of course, they'd like to forget the inning, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
Now after the loss, they come up 2nd and 11 from the 19-yard line. Operating from the gun, Carr. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
Intended for Jalen Richard. Brings up 3rd down and 11.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
You're mine. Express. Bumps up the helmet. Here we go.
From the gun, Carr. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Grant. And he will get him down a couple yards shy of the 1st down marker. A nice tackle coming up from his free safety spot.
A short gain that doesn't get them the 1st down brings up a 4th down situation.
Really nice job defensively. They knew where the sticks were. They got the stop before it. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. A very good return that time. 18 yards. And the Bengals will take over here 1st and 10. The Bengals drive about to get going. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
In my humble estimation, terrific work there defensively. Running backs trying to get wide, get to the sideline, and they beat him to the spot, forced him out of bounds, pretty close to the line of scrimmage.
Double tight, guys, double tight.
They run it again with Anderson. He'll get about 3 as he's brought down right around the 42.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
Let's go, dude. Let's go. Go Mike 50, Mike 50. Rager. Mike's 50. Hey, let's get that home. Stop.
3rd down from the gun, Dalton. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. And that'll wind up incomplete. Bold play call there. Now it's 4th down.
They had enough yards for the 1st down, but a clutch hit right there defensively. Jars it free. No 1st down.
And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. And for an offense that is struggling, this is not where you want to start from. Great punt.
Fantastic punt. And for all those who wonder, what do punters do during the course of practice each and every day? The best ones do what we just saw there. Work on positioning the football and helping their team.
On first down, Carr. Over the middle here to Brown. And he takes this just about a yard shy of the 20. A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick first down.
Slant route's effective no matter who's running the route and catching the ball. But when you have a receiver of that stature, you have to be a little bit more precise throwing it. You don't have the same catch radius with the bigger targets.
Throwing on first down is Carr. Trying for Brown, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Troy Apke, and they're going to be set up in the red zone at the 15.
His guys take over first and 10 at the 15-yard line.
Two times. We got three, fellas. We got three.
On first down, Anderson. He will push his way down to about the 14. Arden Key, the ex-LSU Tiger, there on the stop.
Yeah, that wasn't a big run, just a short one there. But guess what? Sometimes you treat it like boxing. You throw that jab out there, and you throw it again, then you come with a big punch later. Maybe they're just trying to set them up.
Here we go, D. Hey, it's just me and you. It's just me and you. Check nine. Shit.
Another tote here for the workhorse this afternoon. It's Anderson. And they corral him just a couple yards shy of the end zone. 11 yards there, first down.
He's still rumbling, isn't he? Still looking fresh in this one despite the heavy workload. But you and I both know, well-conditioned, and he did tell us that he thrives on being at his peak late in ball games.
So first and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up. They'll try to run this one in. And he takes it into the end zone. Touchdown, Bengals. Taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Bengals use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. Parkey with the extra point. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. This fielded at the 2. And he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line.
The Raiders take over first and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. Here's Jacobs. And some room to maneuver. The 40. He's at the 30. And they're going to have this way down in Cincinnati territory. A big play that time for the Raiders. 56 yards on the ground. Derek Carr, 3 fourth-quarter comebacks for the Raiders last year, and they only won 4 games total, so they've got some experience dealing with tight ones. A good display of power, but it will only get him just inside the 5 to the 4. He'll get 6 on the ground there, and it'll be second and goal coming up.
You know what really fires up offensive linemen? When the guy that is carrying the ball behind them can create his own space and break a tackle along the way.
They'll try again with Washington. And he's over the line and in for a Raider touchdown. DeAndre Washington, his 3rd touchdown now on the year, as his guys are back within a single score. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. They're holding on right now to that slim advantage in a one-score game, and you hear a lot about 2-minute offense and 4-minute offense. Obviously, the 4-minute offense applies here. How do they run that effectively?
Yeah, really what the 4-minute offense is you're just trying to grind the clock. So you want consistent gains, steady gains. Doesn't have to be big plays, but it has to be plays that gets first downs and keeps the ball away from your opponent.
But certainly throwing the ball is in the mix here.
It certainly is. Just make sure that you're careful with it. And again, get those first downs, keep possession of the football.
Hey, exit.
On 2nd and a yard. Dalton is going to float this one deep right. That's caught inside the 20. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. John Ross hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Bengals, they widen their lead. Parkey adds the extra point, and the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Now after the score, it's Parkey on to kick it away. The Raider offense set to get this drive started, and they will simply, Charles, be looking to duplicate what they did last drive when they were able to push it in for 6.
And they hope it'll be that easy, right? To be able to take exactly what happened before, replicate it. They may have to make a few additional changes along the way because I'm sure the defense will make some adjustments, but they've got to have great confidence having scored the last time out.
Once again, it's Jacobs. Only a couple there as he'll be brought down about the 28. Not the start to the drive they were looking for. That run doesn't do much at all.
No, not at all, and it leaves them with 3rd and long. And you know, this is the time of game where these drives really, really start to matter. They've got to make some moves.
36. Hey, we got to get this stop here, D. Rush in, rush in, rush in. 694. Hey, Alpha.
Throwing his car on 3rd down. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked up by Troy Apke. And he will bring it back. It's a pick 6 for a Bengals TD. And that one will pretty much erase any hopes of a 4th quarter comeback.
With emphasis, interception, return for touchdown. Door closed, locked, reinforced.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. Fielded about a yard deep. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20. The Oakland offense about ready to start this next drive. And fresh off the pick 6, they've got to forget about that quickly.
In this case,
and he's taken down. Back at his own 7.
Well, so much for setting the tone of the drive offensively. Giving up a big sack that loses that kind of yardage, not a great start.
And the job becomes twice as difficult now. After the sack, it's 2nd and 20. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So now 20 yards to go on 2nd down after the sack. Work to be done. Now the backup Kaiser to throw. Over the middle, he's got Tyrell Williams. And they'll bring him down at the 27-yard line. The Raiders on 3rd down. Just 1 for 5 to this point. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. Working out of the gun. Here's Kaiser. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
He's second in the NFL in interceptions, and you understand why. He plays a game of great intelligence, understands positioning, and has a great ability to break on the football when it's in the air.
So fun to watch his closing speed, and another example of it on that play. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. Carr. And this is going to be incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And the Bengals are going to get it back in terrific field position.
Heads up, VAT! Let's go, defense. Let's go, defense. And here we go. Kill. Mike, 55.
They'll run on 1st down. It's Scott, and they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
And his throw is incomplete. He was looking for his favorite target, A.J. Green, that time. And it's 3rd down. The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. They run the counter. Scott. And this will not get close to the 1st down marker as he's brought down at the 26. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds left to go in the game. The kick by Parkey is good, and that will extend their lead even further. So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the 4th.
And you know in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said, and now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
Fielded about a yard deep. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
The Raiders take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride?
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, who cares? Let's get out.
And he'll be taken down by the Bengal pressure. Carlos Dunlap in there to get him, and on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him. And the job becomes twice as difficult now. After the sack, it's 2nd and 20. Now Carr under pressure again, and down he goes again. Now the Raiders going to go ahead and use the 2nd of their timeouts as they stop it with 14 seconds to go in the game. Carr and the Raiders following the sack, looking up at a 3rd and long. To throw is Carr. Man open left side is Brown. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Raider touchdown. Antonio Brown, 96 yards. And the Raiders make some inroads here on that deficit. Throwing now is Carr. He's got it. So they convert the 2. That keeps their slim hopes alive as we're back to a 2-score game. So time definitely not in their favor. Down 2 scores, but they'll try the onside kick. Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. And this is going to be recovered by the hands team. And that should just about put a capper on this one. Well, a little drama there at the end, but really this thing was already decided. The late points get scored, and then it ends on the kickoff.
And I'm right there with you, partner. At the end of the game, they knew what they had to do. Just make sure you don't cough up the football at the end. Just take care of it, and victory was theirs, and that's exactly what they did.
So for the Bengals, the great run they've been on continues as they move to 9-1 now. And they will head back home.